Hello again. A somewhat dull Sunday. Even got a raincoat on. I'll explain in a bit. Well, as daft as it sounds, it's warm today, but it's also raining. It's been raining. And I've actually got my raincoat on today in case it suddenly pours down. It's also warm, almost like what you might get before a thunderstorm, as Mum puts it. So definitely a stranger sort of a day today in itself. Otherwise all good. Hopefully I won't get too wet. So what's my plans? Well, as is often the case, I'm heading off in the direction of the docks. Just noticed that. Lovely purple flowers on the wall. Smashing. Really, really nice. Beautiful. And it has indeed just started to spit down with rain. So over to the docks, Polly Step, see if I can see any swans. Then along the Backbeach, then home for family. Simple one today. Still standing. Here's our library. Closed today, of course, as it's Sunday. Of course, I can remember that being built, and wasn't it an incredibly modern building for its time? Going in there was like walking into the future. Lovely. That building up ahead, Teignmouth House. Just bear it in the back of your mind for a second, because I'm going to be showing you the back corner of it in a photo in a minute. But when I start saying, oh, that's the back of the house and that from a different angle, just be aware that's what I'm talking about, that one there. Notice the chimneys and that. Oh, well, this photo I'm about to do was basically taken over there, right where all those buildings are. Right over there somewhere. So virtually impossible for me to exactly line it up, but I do have the reference point of that building we were talking about earlier. There we are, the top corner. So with it being in mind, top corner up there is visible in the picture. If I zoom out, throw up the picture and use some of your imagination. There we go. That would have been down here, in this area here, at some point. Lovely. Here we go, next one. Back where the port office is on the left was of course the old Quay Inn. And here's some chaps working on the broad gauge line that ran through for the dock stuff. And this would have been 1920s, according to my dates. So there we are, 1920s, down around about here. Old warehouse in the background, etc, etc. Lovely. There we are, two random dock pics, as is the case, because I can, because there's nobody here, which is lovely, as it should be every day, as it could be every day. But like I say, I don't like the confrontation. That's not what the channel's about. I'd rather wait for the weekend, take my time and enjoy lining up my pictures to show you. And why not? Right, just had my son ring me up. He is coming over later on. No problems at all good. Now, here we go. Over there, top of the shed. Just to give you some context. That's looking across the railway line to where the huts are for the Army cadets, as was, and the scouts and the RAF cadets, etc, etc. Anyway, Darren was up there once in about 1985, I think. I'll put the date on the picture, in the trees there behind the huts, and he took a photo looking back at where I am now, along here, and it shows before a lot of these huts were built, these sheds. So anyway, without further ado, I'll run it now from up there looking back. There he is. Now the reason I'm doing that now is if I don't do it now, I'll forget about it. If I went over there and tried to line it up, I wouldn't be able to get the same thing because of the trees grown up. And if I leave it till the trees have died away a bit, I'll forget all about it. But thank you very much for that, Darren. Much appreciated. A rare pic like that, lovely. And if you didn't notice, during that last little bit, the rain has started. Lovely. Welcome to a rainy Polly Steps. Can't see any river chickens at the moment, but that's okay. Wave Walker is still there. There he is, in all his glory. And have a quick look round. Drop in a 5x zoom. There we are. And there is Sheldon. And as you probably see, the rain is starting to come down now. So I'm gonna get my hat out and put my hat on and zip my coat up. Ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous. There we go. Here I am in my damp coat, my completely dry hat, because I just pulled it out of my pocket. There we go. So this is falling apart now. It's a bit bouncy there on this thing, and the next thing is this bridge will be down. No one seems to be looking after stuff up here anymore, unfortunately. Real shame. There we go though. No sign of any swans, unfortunately. I don't think I've seen them since the huts came down. Not that there's any direct correlation necessarily, but it just gives you an idea. And the huts came down on the 1st of April. Oh well, never mind. I'm sure this pocket of swan food will come in handy tomorrow over in Dawlish. Whee! Still raining. Always like seeing the pictures like I showed earlier of this area here, the back up of the docks as they were. So a lot of it I can remember myself, a lot of it I can't, but it's certainly different, Just stick our head down on the fish quay, checking Alan's boat for him. There we go, one boat, one very low tide. Look at it down there, go right down to the post today, the marker. But I won't be doing that. I have done before, of course, but it's very, very slippy down there. Lovely. Couple of nesting seagulls there, about to bring their offspring into the world. That's just down here. At least they're in the right place by the river. All good. It's a lot quieter than it was the other day down here. Do you remember? I was walking along the Backbeach and I was saying, especially when I get up towards the huts, that I couldn't get another step because so many people just sat there. Pam's old cottage. Morning, Pam. And there we go. There's the ferry. Lovely. And the beach huts that have appeared all down the beach. Smashing. Right, I'm not going any further along the back beach this morning. So, because it is spitting with rain still. Gonna go down this way. Plenty of beer down here. Lovely. Of course, there's a King Billy. Keith's house. Where my mate used to live. That was his bedroom up there on the right. The old Salty house. And the Bay Hotel in the distance. Southerly Apartments. Recommended by a few people to me to recommend on the channel for people to come and stay. Along with Seaway, also recommended by people on the channel if people want to come and stay. Our Roadworks, lovely. I think there was a concert taking place or something, wouldn't you? And this is how they filled in the queue. There's more, I tell you, there's more. And of course, despite the fact that it's Sunday, there's not a workman in sight. There's no work whatsoever taking place. Let's make sure that we put these cones here to stop anyone with a disabled badge from parking outside the Royal Court to go in and see someone or pick someone up, etc, etc, etc. And while we're at it, let's make sure that we still keep the top road closed off as well. Even though we're supposed to be changing it. I mean, it takes a lot of work to take some bollard stand, doesn't it? There he is, the big coil of the stuff they're putting under the ground. Our big wheel of Teignmouth. Big Teignmouth gets a big wheel, 2025 style. Nice bit of earth there. Use having that for my conker trees. I have to come down with a bucket later on. Lovely. You think it's never ending, isn't it? Never ending. Look, it even carries on over here. Still, could be a lot worse, I suppose. Could be like Dawlish, where they're actually digging up things that matter rather than just the roads. I'm wondering to myself now, when I go over to Dawlish tomorrow, what I'm going to find over there. Will there be anything recognisable still? As I never in my, saying in the comments, never in my lifetime did I think I was going to see quite such changes taking place. You can see the wind reflected in the flag. Got a coach in. Not much of a day for them to have their trip though, is it? More cones, more places you can't park. No trains today, I'm afraid. Gonna head up home now. There we go, a couple of VW campers, followed by a VW bug. Head off into the distance, past a little sign, and that signifies the end of today's little wander. Obviously not a particularly eventful one, quite quiet, but that's okay. Like I say, I wasn't expecting it to suddenly be raining, and otherwise all good. Off to Dawlish tomorrow, meet up with Andy. No real plans per se over there other than go around the usual haunts and see how much of it's been dug up. Nightmare. All good though, hopefully I'll see you then. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Take care.